The Satanic Verses by Salman Rushdie. Flight 420's downfall. The novel opens with a mid-air explosion of a hijacked jumbo jet, Flight 420, over the English Channel. Two Indian actors and rivals, Jibril Farishta and Saladin Chamcha, miraculously survive the fall. As they tumble towards the sea, they sing a competitive duet, highlighting their intertwined yet opposing fates. Transformation. Jibril and Saladin wash ashore on an English beach. Following their survival, they undergo a bizarre physical transformation. Jibril begins to develop a luminous, saintly halo, aligning with his name, the angel Gabriel. Saladin, in contrast, morphs into a devil-like figure with horns, hooves, and a swollen, monstrous body, reflecting his internal insecurities and outsider status. Underworld. The transformed Saladin is arrested by British police who see him as an illegal immigrant monster. He is mistreated and held in a detention center where he meets other marginalized, monstrous figures. He is eventually rescued by other immigrants but is deeply traumatized and embittered, especially towards Jibril, whom he blames for abandoning him. Quest for revenge. Saladin's devilish features begin to recede as his anger grows. He returns to his normal human form, but his psyche is permanently scarred. He vows revenge on Jibril, whom he believes betrayed him. He sets out to systematically destroy Jibril's life, exploiting his friend's fragile mental state. Madness. Jibril, plagued by his halo and the divine responsibility it implies, begins to suffer from severe schizophrenia. He becomes increasingly unstable, believing he is the Archangel Gabriel. His grip on reality deteriorates, and his relationships, particularly with his lover, Alleluia Khan, become strained and destructive under the weight of his delusions. Revelation. A large portion of the novel consists of Jibril's dreams. He dreams of a city called Jahiliya, a pre-Islamic Mecca, where a prophet named Mahomet receives revelations from God. These sections are a fictionalized and dream logic exploration of the founding of a new religion, mirroring the origin story of Islam. The verses. In his dream, Jibril witnesses a key event. Under pressure, the prophet Mahomet momentarily acknowledges three pagan goddesses as intercessors, a revelation that is later retracted as being inspired by Satan rather than God. These are the Satanic verses of the title, a historical and theological concept reimagined through Rushdie's dream narrative. A dream of exile and return. Another of Jibril's dreams follows a fanatical religious leader, the Imam, who lives in exile in London. The Imam despises the modern world and plots a violent return to his homeland to overthrow a secular, westernized regime. This dream narrative critiques religious absolutism and political tyranny. Violence. Jibril's psychosis reaches its peak. Convinced he is an agent of divine justice, his actions in the real world are driven by the narratives of his dreams. His delusions culminate in a violent confrontation, leading him to commit a tragic act of murder, believing he is fulfilling a heavenly command. Return. In the aftermath of the violence, Jibril takes his own life. A chastened Saladin, his thirst for revenge gone, finds a form of peace. He reconciles with his dying father and returns to his birthplace, Bombay, symbolizing a reconnection with his roots and a move away from his former self-loathing and desire to be purely English. The Satanic Verses is ultimately a profound exploration of identity, faith, and transformation in a fragmented, post-colonial world. Using magical realism, dream sequences, and satire, Rushdie examines the immense personal struggle of immigrants caught between cultures and the explosive power of religious faith, both as a source of comfort and a weapon of absolutism. The novel argues that identity is not fixed but is constantly being rewritten, much like the stories and scriptures we live by, making it a monumental work on the joys and terrors of hybridity and doubt.